Welcome to The Beauty Story. My name is Amanda Hall. I'm 55 years old. I have extremely dry skin. I have a ton of fine lines and deeper wrinkles. I have deep set eyes and I have a cool olive undertone. Now, this video specifically is for testing new releases, maybe testing things that are new to me that I've never tried before. And so we are going to play today with a new brand. And the brand is Versed. And you can find this at Target. And I picked up pretty much every single item that they have. The only thing I didn't grab was their brow gel because the brush looked like it was going to be too bushy for my eyebrows. But I picked up the foundation, the concealer, the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter, the mascara. So we're going to give this brand a try today. I've got the lipstick, I've got the lip balm. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with today. I did pick up the Dreamscape palette from Profusion. This also looked kind of up my alley, and I figured with I like the greens, I like the purples, I like the blues. So we're gonna play with this palette today because it is new to me. I am actually going to just I picked up a new color of the Build-A-Brow. This is the ash brown, so it's lighter than the black brown. And then I'm just gonna use my same LA Colors brow pencil in medium. So that is what we're going to play with today. And I was really excited that they had the foundation and the concealer in an olive undertone. Now, my guess is this is for a more warmer olive undertone, but we're going to play with it and see how we can get it to work. So let's start and create a beauty story. Put in this. This is where I start without doing my hair, out putting any, getting dressed for the day. And at the end of the video, I get dressed and I give you all my first impressions. And then hopefully during my daily beauty stories, we'll be playing with all these products. So I'm excited about that. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the concealer. And from what I understand, this brand is by either a sister brand or is the drugstore brand of the higher end Merit brand that you can find at, I don't think you can find it at Ulta yet, but you can find it at Sephora. So this is their Skin Solution Serum Concealer. I have it in the shade 60, which I believe is olive. A hydrating medium coverage concealer that blends seamlessly, lightly blurs, and self-sets with a skin-like finish. And so we're just gonna go ahead and we'll just take this off. I hate when they leave the sticky stuff. Let's just see here what this is. Okay, so it's actually a really big doe foot applicator. And I like the shape of it. I know this color is probably gonna be a little darker than I like, but I wanted to pick it up in the olive just so I had an idea. Now, the one thing I am noticing about this is it is indented. So I just scraped off some of the product and you can see it's got a little well still there. So I do have some dark circles. I was sick there for a while and then I had a flare up. And so I'm just so glad to be back doing what I love and playing with makeup. And of course, while I was sick, I played on Amazon, I played on Old Navy, I played in Target, I played with Walmart. So needless to say, I have some new things to show you for some style stories for next week, which I'm super excited about. So I'm going to use my Nikki LaRose and I always remember what this is, N16 brush. This is definitely warm and it is a little bit too dark for me. I will probably, if this is what it claims, like self-setting and blurring, then what I'll probably do is pick it up in a lighter color, but we will see. And definitely, I knew when I picked it up, I'm like, oh, because it's supposed to match the foundation, which is also color 60, which is their olive color. And so I knew it was going to be a little bit darker than I normally like. I like it to be be more of a brightening concealer. But if you have deeper color skin now, as the sun comes out and as things get warmer and I'm out in the sun more because I live on a lake, I'm sure that this will probably be a nice color when I'm more tan. That's the disadvantage. You almost have to have, if you live in an area where it's cooler during the winter and warmer during the summer, and you're exposed to the sun during the summer months, you almost have to have almost two types of, two shades of your makeup, at least the foundation and your concealer, so that you can be a little more matched to your skin tone. Or you can just go with a skin tint, which is what I normally do during the summer, is go with more of a skin tint that's more matched to my color. And the L'Oreal and the Maybelline skin tints are my preferred. So let's see, this says shake well before use. It is the Skin Solution Multi Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. And it has a broad spectrum. Boy, I can't talk today. It's been a while since I filmed, and it's like broad spectrum sunscreen, SPF 40, which is what it says there. It doesn't really say anything else on the back here. I'm just looking to see if it has any other claims. It says peel for more information. I don't know if this is just their ingredients. Okay, it is just their ingredients. I'll pull this off later. So I did get this in the color 60, which is their olive color. It does say to shake well, so we'll give it a shake. Okay, and it's got a nice pump on it. Ooh. Okay, so let me go ahead and just, yeah, this is definitely for a warmer olive color, not a cooler one. As you can see right there. All right, we're gonna make it work though. So we're gonna go ahead and get it on the brush and just kind of marry it into my brush here. Okay, well, it's not terrible. It's not a terrible match to me. It is definitely a little warmer than I am, but I like the feel of this. It feels like a skin tint. It is definitely not a heavier coverage. I wonder if it can be built up. I did have to do another pump. Probably could have just done a better job of getting a bigger pump. See, build up a little bit and see what it does. It does have a nice glow to it. Get it down my neck. I have shared before that you notice I'm kind of staying away from my lip and chin area. This is where I have most of my deeper lines and wrinkles on my face. So I am trying to get less product in this area so that it doesn't look so cakey by the end of the day. But it still blends in with the rest of the face. But it doesn't have as much product to settle in as maybe I put all over. Definitely a glowy product. If you have oily skin, I'm gonna say you're probably not going to like this, because you can see, I don't know, it looks pretty, it's pretty glowy. Yeah, it almost is a little too glowy for me. In fact, this glow reminds me of the e.l.f., what is it? The e.l.f. Halo Glow. I like to wear that during the summer as kind of a skin tint too, but it is as glowy as this is. So definitely glowy. So if you like to glow, this is definitely that product. I'm a little surprised considering that the concealer says it's a self-setting, so that leaves it a little more to the satin matte side. So I'm a little surprised that this foundation is this glowy. And I just did my regular, morning skincare routine. And so it is, my skincare routine's a little glowy, but definitely not this glowy. But we'll see how it settles down and sets in and go from there. All right, so now we're gonna go into the bronzer. And I was gonna say, there's really not a bronzer. I think there was only maybe 4 colors that seemed right for me, that at least was a little more on the cool tone side. This was probably the one that stuck out the most to me. And this is their Warm Dimension Bronzer Stick in the color August. It is a foolproof cream bronzer that melts into the skin and can easily be built up or toned down to create a sculpted glow. So I'm gonna get this off so we can open it up. I mean, the packaging is gorgeous. It's very minimalistic and pretty. So here is the color. Definitely a warmer color. Yeah, definitely a warmer bronze color, which is not so much up my alley, but might be really pretty as we go into spring and summer months. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply direct with this because it does look like it will melt down and blend into the skin from what I just did on my hand. So we'll go directly on the face. We'll use my Sigma brushes. I mean, it kind of almost disappears. Yeah, just press down. Let's see if I get a lot of it. Sometimes it's hard for me to see under these lights. Is it really showing up? It definitely does kind of melt into the skin for sure. It is a glowier product, it looks like. I don't know, maybe it's just because this is so glowy on the foundation was so glowy. I like to get my ears here. I feel like it just kind of melted away. I don't know. Not quite the definition, or it does bronze up the skin, but definitely would not be like a really good contour color. And it doesn't claim to be, it claims to be a bronzer. I just have bronzers that give a little more color. Maybe if I would have tried a darker color, it might have been better, but this just seemed like the best that could be a cooler toned bronzer. So that's that one. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the blush, which is so it's a shade swipe blush stick. And I have it in the color Deco, which is a really light kind of pinky mauvey color. A buildable cream blush that easily blends on cheeks and diffuses into a radiant wash of color. So again, we've got a glowy product. It says Radiant Glow, or it says a Radiant Wash, which means it's going to be a glowy product. So this is definitely seeming to be a line that's more probably geared towards dry skin. As creamy and emollient as all of these are. So let's see, there's the color. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some on my hand. Ooh, that's a pretty color. It's definitely way more coral than I expected, but that's how usually these pinks show up on me. But we're just gonna go ahead and swipe right on because I can tell that this is gonna just, it's almost gonna fade away a little bit, which is not optimal for me, but maybe, you know, because sometimes I can be heavy-handed, maybe it is a good thing. Okay, well, it's not blending down, it's not soaking in as much as I think the bronzer did. It is leaving a nice wash of color, but you saw I did put a bit of product on there. I didn't put that off on the back of my hand like I do with most, but it actually is really leaving a nice wash on the skin. I probably could have used a little bit less, but I like the color that it's leaving. And I like to kind of meld this, you know, marry this whole part together. So that's why you see me go up on my forehead and kind of go across my nose area, just to kind of make sure that this is all blending together a little more seamlessly. That's a pretty color. It is definitely, it's definitely radiant. So I definitely feel like I have a very glowy skin thing going on here. And for someone who lives in the South, where it's already a bit humid and you already get a bit of a glow, you may not want an extra glow. And definitely if you're an oily skin girl, you're probably not gonna like this line. All right, so I like glow, but it's even looking a little too glowy to me. All right, so now we've got the High Points Illuminating Stick. And I have this in the color Polished, which is kind of their rosy colored. This luminous cream highlighter adds dewy dimension for a fresh, natural glow. I didn't read does it say what it's formulated with on this one? Okay, so let me see I'll tell you what they're formulated with. So the bronzer is formulated with jojoba seed oil and fatty acid complex. The blush says the same thing. And so does the highlighter. So this is definitely in the color Polish. So it's more this rosy gold color, which is what I tend to lean towards. And so it definitely is that warmer, rosier color. Let me put it on the back of my hand. Oh, it actually looks even more gold. It's really hard to see. Oh, but it definitely has that glow. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with my finger, rub a little bit on there, and then just tap. This is definitely gonna be more of a natural, well, I don't know, now that I look at it in the light, it could be a little, let's see here. I think because the rest of my face is so glowy, it's hard to see if this is just a natural glow. But you definitely can pick it up. It definitely is very glowy. I don't know, it's the type of glow that I like. It's not that glassy look, kind of like the L'Oreal is. But I feel a little bit slicky. Not so much feeling super great about this one. That's a bummer. I was really hoping that it would be. So I will stop and I will reserve the rest of my comments for later. Let's go ahead and just do the eyebrows real quick. And again, I'm just using the brow pencil from LA Colors on my brows. This is the medium. And then I'm going to use the Build-A-Brow in Ash Brown to kind of draw in the pen to give it a little more dimension. That's what I've been doing a lot lately. Actually, that's all I've been doing lately is, you know, drawing in, you know, the places that need to be filled in on my brows with a pencil, and then going in with the pen to give it a little more dimension. Especially with me, who I have really sparse brows from over tweezing. And then I tried to do microblading to them, and that just didn't work well. So they're definitely thinner and sparser, which is why I did not pick up the brow gel from them, because the brush just looked too big and it just didn't look like it was gonna work for me. So there's the pencil. We'll put on the pen. I'm just gonna use the gel with this one. Again, it is a really great gel. I'm wondering if it is the Super Lock just at the end of the pen, because it does hold almost like the Super Lock does by Maybelline. So I wonder if that's what's in the end here. It's really good. So if you're just looking to take a pen with you as you're getting ready for doing spring break travel, you know, this would be a great product to take with you because it's dual purposed. And usually I find that these dual purpose ones are just, you know, they don't quite have the, hold, or usually the second product doesn't have quite the punch that it's supposed to, at least with these dual-ended products when it comes to brows. Usually the gel is not good or the pen is not good, but both are great on this. So let's go ahead and just get this on. I love the little brush on this. So it just really allows you to be pinpoint with your product, which for me is great. Okay. Press this in. Yeah, this. All right, we're gonna go into the Dreamscape Profusion palette. What do I want to do today? Do I want to do, let's see here. I think let's go with we'll do a little bit of a lighter look today. So I'm gonna go in with these pinks and gold colors to just kind of blend in with this face a little bit. This is what you get when you wear a more emollient foundation and it gets in, like it's starting to bleed. So I think we're gonna go in with these top colors. So these pinks here, I'm gonna use this probably, maybe do, maybe tap into this a little bit, maybe mix these two for the crease or area. So that's what we're gonna do today. Just to do a little bit of a lighter, glammy look. Let's see, I always gotta break the tape. There we go. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix Bliss and Hypnotic. So these two pinks here to do in my crease and brow bone using my Sigma brushes. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna just do a little bit of that, tap it off, and then go in here. And then we'll just do it. I have been so impressed. Now, I'm not sure, I know these were color palettes that they had before. It looks like they've just been repackaged. However, I don't know if the formula changed on them, if they redid the formulas in this as well. But wow, I'm so impressed. I really hadn't tried their larger palettes. I tried their smaller ones, so I hadn't tried these bigger ones. But I have been extremely impressed with these colors and the way that they blend, the way that they are pigmented, they show up. I mean, for being a light color like this one and just a light tap into this, like that gives a beautiful wash of color. And so what I'm going to do here now is I'm probably going to go into, we'll just use this, but we'll tap it off. May rub a little bit off the back of my hand just to use this outer corner area. Just so it's not so, I mean, it looks like it would be pretty neon, but it's actually not that bad. I can tell. I mean, you can see how it's coming on. It may look a little more neon on camera, but it looks just really pink here. So, yeah, not too bad. I'm still using the same brush because it still has that lighter pink in it, so that it, you know, may tamp it down just a little bit. And I usually like to go into my deep set eye, the deep set part, and just brush a little bit of color in there. Now, I am finding a little more hooding on this eye, but definitely I have the deep set eyes. I think I'm going to need to try to find some influencers on here that may have deep set eyes as well, and see if I can figure out some new ways to do my eyeshadow, because I am just such a creature of habit. Like I can eat the same thing every day. Like, so I understand, you know, being that creature of habit, I just don't venture off too much. Like, I love to play with color and I love to do that, but don't switch up the way I actually do my makeup that often. So it can get a little boring to watch the same application over and over again. So maybe I'll do that this week while I'm working. I'll watch and see if I can see any other ways to put on this makeup. I don't know why I'm picking that up. I am actually going to go just with my finger back into Bliss, the light color. Oh, that feels so soft. And I'm just gonna go over the lid with it. And I don't think I'm gonna do, well, maybe I will with this color. I wasn't thinking I was gonna do anything on the lower lash line, but maybe I will with this color. Okay, so let me go ahead and go into the lower lash line with this, and just so that it gets some cohesion with color here. I am gonna be using their mascara. We're just gonna test it without using lashes today, or a primer, because I want to see how it works on its own, and then maybe during the week, depending on if I like the way it looks, I'll use it with a primer and see if I can get any more of a lift to it, unless it is just amazing on its own. So we will see. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the color Dreamscape, which looks like this kind of goldy pink color right here, and we're going to put that on the lid. Oh wow, that's so pretty. Kind of, actually it looks icier than I thought it was going to. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow. That is so pretty. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. I think I'm going to actually use that in my brow bone area for the highlight, and the inner corner. Use with my pinpoint brush. But yeah. All right, so I am starting to sweat a little bit under these lights, but I'm feeling a little bit on the slick side here. Oh, yeah, not a good look right now. All right, let me give my lashes a curl. And then we'll go in with the mascara. I mean, that way that color did on the highlight, on the inner corner of the eye and in the brow bone. Wow, just really, really pretty. Okay, so now that I got them a curl, Lift and Defining Mascara. Let's see what it says here. A mascara that delivers lash lifting clean definition with each swipe. The Hourglass wand coats each lash with a weightless formula, creating long, fluttery lashes without clumping. It's formulated with vitamin E and arginine. It's vegan, cruelty-free, dermatology tested, clinically tested. Brush through the lashes from root to tip for more volume. Wait for the formula to dry slightly after the first layer, then build. Okay, so they want you to let it dry, which is just fine. I am really, give me just a second here. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's a very flexible brush. But there's the brush. I don't know how hourglass it is, but let's see here. It's very flexible. That. Oh, didn't really give me much definition. Let's see here on the other eye. Sometimes this eye is a little better. I don't know why. But I always feel my mascara looks better on this eye. Definitely not my L'Oreal Panorama. Definitely not that. I think it had enough time to dry to build. I'm kind of glad we went with a little bit lighter of a look today because the lashes are not going to be very bold. Which makes me a little sad because I do like my lashes to look really good. I'll go on the bottom lash line here. Maybe this will help give it a little oomph. This might be a good bottom lash mascara. I'm definitely not as impressed on the upper lashes. I think I definitely like it on the lower lashes better. Though I'd hate to spend $15 on a mascara for the lower lash line, but that's what might this become. I got a little bit of mascara on my hand here. Let me wipe that off. Kind of giving my first impressions here as I'm using it, and I'm definitely not impressed. And I'd heard such good things about this. I was kind of excited. Although I'm not that clean girly, but I do kind of like it on the lower lashes. Let's just even look and see if it'll build up a third coat. Just because I'm so disappointed in how this looks, but maybe we can redeem it with a third coat. Will it do anything to add anything? It is a very lightweight formula. If you like a natural lash look, If you have long natural lashes, like this might be the perfect mascara for you. I mean, I don't really like to put on 3 coats of mascara. My daughter may actually love this mascara. I might just give it to her because she has long, beautiful natural lashes. And I bet this would be something that she would wear that would just make her natural lashes just really beautiful. I just want something bolder and gives a little more oomph to the eyes. This is not terrible. It's just more natural, and I'm just not used to natural. I like my eyes to be bold and stand out. Okay, so we've now tried all that. Let me go ahead and go get dressed, get ready, do my hair, and then we'll figure out which of the lip products I'm gonna try. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the gloss since this is looking kind of slick already. But we'll figure that out when I get back, so I will see you in a minute. I'm back, I'm dressed, hair is done. I will say that this does not look quite as glowy in my bathroom light as it does here with all these bright lights of my studio on. So I'm not as terribly upset with that. So let's go ahead and get the lips on and then we'll talk about the products. I'm just gonna use my NYX Mauve pencil and then we'll read the two and I'll see which one I'm gonna use. I know if you've been around, if you're a regular here, then you probably know my opinion on most of this already. But if you're new here, welcome. I do like a bold eye and I'm not afraid to play with color. Okay, so let's get these, see which one of these I want to wear. Okay, I have the Tinted Lip Serum Soft Gloss in the color Bake. And it, well, let's see, does it say anything about it here? It's formulated with shea butter and vitamin E complex. And it is just a tinted lip serum. And then I also have the Cashmere Color Smoothing Lip Blush in the color Lounge. And it is a weightless buttery balm that gives lips a hint of hydration, a wash of color, and a blurred demi matte finish. Well, I think since I'm feeling a little glowy, I think we're gonna go with the blush, with the smoothing lip blush in the color Lounge. And we'll see, it says that it's formulated with shea butter and camellia oil. So let's get this opened. Okay, so I definitely did pick the darker color, but if it is a, let's see here. I mean, it does only give like a wash of color. You can see there. So we'll just, and then it definitely is very pretty. I mean, it's more My Lips But Better color, as it gave just a nice wash. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put the gloss over top of it. Might as well use both products, right? I'm not much into a matte look, as if you've been around here at all, you know I love a good sparkly lip. So we're just gonna put a little bit of the soft gloss, and I have it in the color Deco. Is that what I said? No, Bake. Bake. I have it in the color Bake. So I'll just run this along here. Ooh, that's very creamy. Okay. I obviously have to wear the lip products a little bit more to give you my full thoughts on those. And obviously we'll be testing this makeup out to the rest of the week just to see how it holds up. All right, let's talk about products. I would say the biggest fail of this try on of this brand for me is the mascara. It just does nothing for me. If you have natural lashes and you just love a natural look, this is going to be really, really good for you. But for me, who likes a bolder lash, a little more in your face, this is just not going to work for me. It might be a really good lower lash line. I'm going to see if my daughter wants it because she has beautiful long lashes and she loves the natural look. So I might see if she wants to use that. Let's talk about the foundation and the concealer. I'm actually not terribly upset with the way that this looks. It's not settling in as much as I thought it might. I like a brighter under eye, so I would say that I probably need to go with a little bit lighter color for my particular preference. I don't like it to be as matchy-matchy, but it looks nice right now. I mean, it is settling a little bit into my creasing, which I expect, but we will try it with that Morphe powder that I had tried that I was really liking. So we might try to set this with that and see how it blends out this week. And then the foundation. Now, I thought this was looking super, super, super glowy. Now, when I went in to do my hair and I was under my regular lights of my bathroom, it did not look as glowy. It gets pretty warm in here, so that was probably part of it too. I would say this is probably a nice, bolder, radiant finish. Again, if you have oily skin, I'm not sure you're gonna like this, but it has settled down a little bit. Doesn't look as oily or shiny. Dewy, I guess would be the word. I don't know. To me, it looked a little like oil slicky, but also was really warm underneath these lights. So it doesn't look so much that way now. So I'll be excited to try this some more. It's kind of just a meh for me right now. Let's talk about the other face products. The bronzer, I feel like it really just disappeared on me. The CoverGirl one did the same thing. I felt like it just blended away. It just melted into the skin and it left no color. So I'm gonna have to play with this some more, but as of right now, this would probably be a fail for me as well. Definitely did not leave the color payoff that I'd hoped. Maybe if I'd gotten the darker shade, this is the lightest of, I think, the 4 colors they have. Maybe it would have blended, maybe it would have shown up more. The blush, I'm actually not mad at the blush. I think it looks really nice. I thought it left a good color payoff. It left a nice wash of color. It definitely wasn't as coral as I thought it was on the back of my hand. It did leave a little more pink. So I would say that I am a little more impressed with this. Excited to play with it a little bit more and see how it holds up, if it holds this, you know, if it holds its color during the day. Then this highlighter, it is pretty dewy looking. It is very wet. It's not the kind of wet like the La Glace I felt left. This seems more oily and not as just, I don't know, glassy is what the word I'm looking for. So kind of on the fence on this. I'll have to give it more of a try. So far the lip, it looks like my lips, but better. So I'll keep playing with that. You'll see that the rest of the week. I might try to do a little bit bolder liner to see how that all looks. The eyeshadow palette, since this is the first time I tried it. Now, obviously, I know my experience with the other 2 palettes that I've tried from Profusion that are these 21 pan palettes. I really love the pink eye look that I have for today. I can't wait to play with these other colors. Especially these greens, I really do like a good green eye. I think that they're gonna be very pretty. I think that I can get a pretty smoky look down with these colors. I think this offers a nice variety. So I'm excited to play with this more the rest of the week. So that is the first impressions on the products I tried this week. So here is the final look. I'll also insert here what it looks like in natural light. Your makeup collection serves a purpose, and together it creates a beauty story. So why not be bold, be playful, be intentional, be confident, and create a beauty story you will love.